I get so angry with people in this town. I get so angry the way they put me down. I had enough of even when the sun goes down. I get so angry with people everywhere. I get so angry. Will they stop and stare? Had me enough of living when the sun goes down. I've had enough of hanging around. I'm living when the sun goes down. I've had enough of hanging around. I'm living when the sun goes down. Makes me so mad, the people in this town. Makes me so mad, the way they put me down. I had enough, even when the sun goes down. I've had enough of hanging around. I'm living when the sun goes down. I've had enough of sticking around. I'm living when the sun goes down. Have me enough. Have me enough. I've had enough. I've had enough of hanging around. I'm living when the sun goes down. I've had enough of sticking around. I'm living when the sun goes down. I've had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. No. I've had enough. Have me enough. I never knew you were so close to the edge. I saw you standing up on top of that ledge. You never told me that the damage was done. How could I know I'm not the only one? I'm gonna rectify you. too close to yourself. You never took the time from no one else. I told you that you will be sorry one day, but all you did was let the shadows play.
Side by side in his mirror, he's playing with the bottom here, stay with the bottom. Big wreck in your mirror, big wreck in your mirror. Oh no! Oh my God! That looked awful.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching TARNATION TV on a Saturday night here in the middle of February. Thanks for watching, as always. Thank you to Bryant Motorsports Auto Sales for sponsoring the broadcast here at the premier Superspeedway series at All-Star Racing. Some Talladega racing here tonight. Of course, a bunch of drivers again showing up here on a Saturday. It's always awesome to see the car count here, just absolutely stacked with talent. Looking forward to getting this thing going. Of course, my name is Blaine Donlin, joined as always by Sir Rod Weston of NASCAR.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another wonderful Saturday night at ASR. Looking forward to this one. Love watching doing the broadcast with these guys. And, we're just past the halfway point of the season. We really hadn't seen early part of this this racing season somebody kind of stand out, be the guy that's going to be right up there, get taking the points lead and a big command of it. There are a lot of big shake up the first three races or so, but we have one's name that's been up there quite a bit. Randy Waugh seems to be being fairly consistent, no wins, but current points leader right now is Danny Carroll. He's the only guy that's got 2 wins this year, only guy that's got any wins in the top 10. He's followed by Doug Hillick, Randy Waugh, Dante Ricky, Bobby Farrell. Billy Eiser's still up there in 6th. He's only 22 points out. Robert Breedlove, Terry Bombard, Garland Oaks, and rounding out the top 10 is Ken Roberts, the series admin. But, it's starting to see the guys that are going to stay up there near the front. Denny Carroll's, if he's here tonight, I believe he is. Qualified 4th. Tonight's their qualifying night, so they're out there qualifying right now.
I'm trying to see the count here. I'm getting a 34 count on drivers. It's super awesome. We're just looking at this current standings right now after 5. Tight at the top, like you were saying, and it's tight in this league too because they only have a 1-point space between most of the positions until you get to the podium. That's when they start to get the bonus points for, it's like a 5-point spread. So getting a podium finish here is definitely what you want to be doing. But yeah, we've got some guys on this list. It's cool to see, if a guy right there, Man Gialardi's only started 4 of these things, but is still higher up than some other guys who have started 5, and that's because of the consistency. He's got 2 top 10s, but it's a short season, but it's a long season. Yeah, it's a stressful season because there is no playoff setup. You got to stay consistent. You have a couple of bad races, and you could be completely out of it.
Yeah, it's not like you go out and get a win and you're in. I mean, a win just gives you a lot more points, but you're not in. You still got to fight the whole season. Like you said, good point there, where Mangialardi had been short 1 race, but yet he was still higher up in the points than a lot of the guys that had run the full season. But that's just the way it goes. But you got to try to we've seen over on the Sunday side of the deals with ASR, they only had an 8-race season, and we see somebody have a potential chance to come in the last race, missing one race, and had a DNF in one, and still had the opportunity to take it. But I think, what is it? It was Rodney Sullins. I think he had like something 4 wins or something. Wins do pay a lot more points, and you can make up a lot more ground.
Yeah, and that was a weird one because we had an SMO race in there that bumped ASR one race further, and Rodney wasn't able to make it. But that's how the cookie crumbles. Speaking of SMO, we'll be there tomorrow. We'll be there at their Daytona Superspeedway. It's their season opener. So I mean, they've got a full season coming up, and I believe they mirror pretty close to the real NASCAR schedule. So of course, Daytona will be race number 1. So join us there tomorrow, 9 p.m. Standard Time, or Eastern Standard Time, I should say, for the boys over at SMO. And if you want to come out and run some laps at Daytona and maybe get a chance to be on TARNATION TV with 11 viewers right now watching you, then hey, why not? Thanks again to everybody who's watching, by the way. That's always super cool to see people actually tune into this thing.
11 viewers with only 1 like. Now, come on.
Yeah, we don't need the likes. Yeah, I say double click the thumbs down. That's the hardest way to bake it in.
Yeah, I know they're in the drivers' meeting right now. As soon as we start seeing cars on the track, we're going to get Dave Little up here. He's going to be our spotlight driver for the night. We're going to ask him a few questions about his racing career and whatnot. So as soon as they get that part squared away, we'll get into that. What I was talking about earlier about the qualifying, it's kind of weird how they do it. 1 week they qualify. Everybody goes out. They can go out and set a lap if you so choose to. The next week it's random qualifying. It's a little bit different way of doing it. It puts a lot of people up front sometimes that don't really want to be there. But it still makes it for an interesting race.
That's why a lot of times on a random qualifying night, you'll get guys who will, like on the pace lap, it gives them a chance to slide to the back. If they don't want to be up there, you'll see them dropping back. So it's, clearly not comfortable doing it. But hey, if you want to run up front and you end up landing that spot, that's, might as well have some fun with it. It's 66 laps on the clock tonight, so it should be a good one.
So you were talking about our honorary pace car driver tonight was, I forgot her first name.
Katarina Balzer.
Katarina Balzer. That's pretty cool, though, because Nate on the pole tonight. Outside pole's Chuck McClure. Third is Ken Roberts. That was a good segue, by the way. Fourth is RJ de Cabana. Fifth is Randy Waugh. Sixth, Dennis McCarthy. Sorry, I'm going to have to get a drink here soon.
Yep.
Seventh,
I can cover you.
Terry Bombard. Eighth, Mike Mangialardi. We talked about him earlier. Ninth is Chris Van Vliet. He has not had the greatest of seasons this year. Still out there, still trying. Denny Carroll, current point leader, is going to round out our top 10. I will let you go down to 20 while I get a drink.
Awesome. Yeah, we've, like you said, Denny Carroll in the 10th spot there, followed by Greg Palmer in 11th. Stephen Brandsetter in the 12th position. 13th position, Ulysses Sandoval. Billy Ellisor in 14th. Dave Little in the 083 will be our spotlight driver this evening. He cut a 52.505 on that qualifying. He's sitting in 14th. No, he's not. He's sitting in 15th. 16th is Chuck Taylor in the 18 car. Bobby Farrell in the 7 and 17th position. Robert Breedlove in the 931 car, running down 18th spot. 19th spot goes to Robert Spring in the 74. Dale Shalinski in the 20th position there, but would be row 10 because I know how to do math in the 94 car.
Yeah, and then the 21st is going to be Mark Paglia. 22nd, Javier Negron is in the Behemoths tonight. 23rd is Kelly Kaza. And 24, Cody Lamas. He's going to confuse me tonight with that Lowell's car, but that's all right. Then, of course, you beat me in qualifying yet again. Then there's John Godfrey, and rounding out the top of the field, as far as we can go. Oops, we still got more beyond that. I just had to turn it down a little bit there. We got John Godfrey, then Brian Wolf. Then I came into play there. Let's see, you're on the inside, outside, so we're just going to, a few of them are going to move up. 29th is going to be Brian Rasson. 30th, Dante Ricky. I got it right.
Yep.
31st is going to be our buddy Rodney Sullins. This guy here at 32nd, man, this guy needs some luck. 88 of David Chen. We need to get that guy in there. We got the 33 of Tom Henrich. I hope I said that right. And rounding out our top of the field tonight is going to be Terry Bombard.
Terry's already up there. I don't even see him. I got 2 blank spaces on my screen. I don't know why that is. That's
okay,
weird.
so I see reading that through there. So for
I've
some
got
reason,
34 drivers, but the 33 and 34th one are blank for me. Obviously, one of them's Hendricks.
Yeah, that's a little weird. But yeah, he must have come in under the wrong number or something.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Okay, let's see if we can grab a hold of Dave Little and get him up here.
He's got to get out on the track there, too, so we can watch him drive around.
Yeah,
the driver spotlight's a lot cooler when you can see the car. I'll let Rod see if he's ready to rock there.
So many drivers up there. I have to scroll to be able to go up there and get them. Dave Little, you got Rod and Blaine booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I got a copy.
All right. So you are a spotlight driver tonight. Blaine's will have that information up there, but right. So I guess the first question is, where are you from, bud?
Dave, could you jump in your car and go for a drive?
Yeah.
Awesome. There we have it. I love that paint job, by the way. It's probably my favorite one out here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rod. Sorry to step on you guys.
Oh, you're good. So the biggest question that's going to be on the screen there when we get you out there, though, is where are you from, Dave? Whoops, I got to hit the right button. You can hear me?
Yeah, North Jackson, Ohio.
North Jackson, Ohio. Okay, and how old are you? How young are you, I'll say?
I'm 65.
Okay. And how many years of online racing experience do you have?
Oh, probably 9 years.
Not bad. You do pretty good for only that budget of time in there. All right. And everybody always wants to know the big question. What kind of wheel do you use?
I got the Logitech G27.
Oh, an older one of the ones, but still a good one. Still a great one. Next question to be, what brought you to ASR? How'd you end up over here?
Well, Brian, me and Brian, we've known each other since my other brother passed.
Okay, so now what's the significance of the 83, and the sponsorship?
Amco got the Toyota Camry.
Okay, and the reasoning, why you have that number?
I like the old school themes.
Okay. And the next question, last question we ask, any real racing experience?
No.
Never got a chance to get out there and do some real racing, huh?
Well, yeah, I have, but I've had a streak of bad luck.
There you go. All right, there you go. There's our spotlight driver for tonight. Congratulations on being that, and good luck, and go give him a heck, buddy.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome,
yes,
Dave. Thanks, man. Good luck out there.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have asked him who painted that car.
That's true. That's a good question.
Let's see if I can see if it's a Sullins. Nope. Yeah, it's not a Sullins. If it was Sullins, he would have it right on the quarter panel there. Yeah, that's I like that car. I dig that thing.
It's kind of neat looking rig. Had to readjust my TeamSpeak a little bit. There's so many drivers out there in there that I couldn't get to them all. There's so many, so many cars there.
Get my free cam hooked up here.
Yeah, it seems funny that you always seem to beat me in qualifying on these random qualifying nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's random, yeah.
I think your percentages, you're probably 80 to 85%. You beat me all the time on that. I do want to apologize. I do want to apologize to Cody Lamas because I know I'm going to call him Alex Moe at least once tonight. That car, I'm just so used to always seeing Alex Moe in the old 48 Lowe's car.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get so used to. Let's see if he's out there now in the 48. Yeah, and he's usually running the Panthers, but yeah, that's a sharp. There's a lot of good paints out here tonight. Obviously, Dave Little's got a great one. Lamas got a great one. Spring and the Kellogg's, Van Vliet, and that Adidas car. That's cool. The green and the white. The Flintstones of Billy Elliser. He's always rocking the Flintstones rig. Paglia, He's got the Halloween Texaco Classic. What's Ricky? The Wawa? Yeah.
The Wawa.
The Wawa. That's all that's out there right now. But yeah, so much talent. You know, we got to get a list. I think Rodney Sullins is actually working on a list. We're still in happy hour right now. We're getting ready to go green here shortly. But he's working on a list of the painters, right? Because there's so many, like he paints a lot of cars, but I mean, so does Frank Divin, so does Bernie Mobbs, you know, and so do a lot of these guys paint their own stuff. I know Javier Negron paints his own cars all the time. So it's like, we need a list of people who do it. You know, there's the guys who do a lot of them, but there's a lot of really talented, everybody is really talented. I mean, we don't really see any bad cars, you know, it's.
You always go through that. You do that. You always go through and tell everybody what we're going to be doing broadcasting wise, but you never include the RV there yet. We got to get that on there, man.
I actually have a special screen for that one, don't I? I think I might have removed it.
Drivers to your cars.
Yeah, I removed it on this one because I needed this spot.
It's on TARNATION TV Turbo, so that is a little bit different.
Yeah. Monday nights over there on TARNATION TV Turbo. We finally beat the thing last week. We got the RV back to the highway.
Now we're in the winter map, and that is, dude, you haven't enjoyed any of it until you get to the Billy Goats. So I see Eddie Carroll's on there. He said he's got to win this thing tonight. He's got the points lead. Benjamin Snyder's on there for asking the questions. What he's going. I don't know. He's got too many questions to answer all of them, I guess.
Yeah, he's got a big race coming up the 3rd of March. Maverick goes live with their Daytona race number 1 of their 2026 season. Of course, we'll be broadcasting that. I've been working on my new computer, getting that thing going. So that's probably going to be the first official broadcast on the brand new computer, and I'm working on making the game look good because I'm actually able to use reshade to its full potential on that new machine. So that's pretty awesome. We'll watch these drivers roll off here right now. And by the way, the pace car driver this evening, Nate Balser's daughter, the one and only Katarina Balser, is driving that thing. We'll focus on that after we see all these guys come off pit road here. Looks like we do have 34 drivers online. A lot of people showing up on a Saturday, even though it's Valentine's Day.
And the hope tonight, green flag pit stops. Last week they just couldn't quite get to the point where we got to a green flag pit stops. But this week, hopefully, we'll have all green all the way. Oh
yeah, I forgot about last week. Yeah, that was a long race.
I think last week was more of a full moon kind of fluke thing. Some people had a little bit of tough time with it, and I'm surprised there's actually that many guys here. So some guys must have spent some money on their wives, being that's Valentine's Day today, so that they could come racing tonight.
That's funny, yeah, because we don't really ever do anything ever for Valentine's Day. I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to go to dinner? Like, nah, because there's going to be nothing open. Like, I mean, places will be open. There'll just be no space. So it's like, why go wait in line for an hour and a half when we can just, order a pizza, sit on the couch and watch TV? Although I've been in this room the whole day working on the computer, but I did shut everything down for a good 4 hours because I got tired of staring at the screens.
I play games myself, and I can do it for a little while, but after a bit, you're like, nope.
Well, especially when it's work, right? Like I'm sitting here messing with code, coding stuff and all behind this. It's not even like fun. Like it's fun. It's fun. I like doing it.
Did you see Nate Balser go up to the pace car? That was good.
He did. Yeah, he gave up and give Katarina a bump.
Yeah. All right, who's going to get the jump at the start here on the front row? Nate Balser up here, Chuck McCrew on the outside. Got some good pushers behind him. Let's see. Green flag is out. Good even start. Looks like Balser got a little bit more of a good jump there. Randy Waugh pushing on the back bumper. Glenn Roberts there on the bottom side. That's going to get that bottom line going pretty good. We always talk about how it happens, though. Whoa, and Balser goes right to the high side. Now, that's not uncommon. Even though he may lose the lead for a little bit, that high side's going to get the momentum and probably come back.
And you got McLaren in there, too, right? So it's...
Yeah.
We got
You can see
McClure,
they start-
Cabana, McCarthy, Mangialardi. And on the bottom side, there's Waugh behind Roberts, Bombard, Van Vliet, Palmer, Ulysses, Farrell.
Oh, Palmer's back tonight. I went through the list. I didn't really catch that. But he's a guy to keep an eye on.
I had Palmer, yeah. I think you had to grab water break, so I got 3G Greg Palmer.
Yeah.
I always call him 3G Greg. GREEGG. At least that's the way he spells it in game, anyway.
Yep. Ken Roberts goes across the line there, leads that first lap. You make you wonder, why did Balzer go to the high side there? Well, you give it a minute, you'll see why, because if they can get formed up there a little bit better, they'll prevail on that high side.
There it is, the shove. The end all shoves right there.
Remember, we always say this, but the people out there that don't watch this all the time, they get the bottom groove is going to get into the corner better till about the midway point, and then from the midway point out, the outside groove will come off the corner a little better. You'll see that happen right here, and it's just the physics of this track.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're formed up tight, you know what I mean. That's the way it'll go.
Trying to find the best car to focus on to get the majority of the pack in here. We got a lot of 3-wide racing going on back about the last 6 rows or so.
Yeah, and everybody's still in that lead draft, which is good.
We've already gone twice as far as we went last week with no yellow. Look at McClure going to the high side. Nobody's going with them, though.
Yeah, I think Denny Carroll, here comes Mangialardi on the high side. I say Denny Carroll's coming up there. Mangialardi come up there with him. Now, that's going to slow him down just for a little bit, but you wait. Once they get to that.
Baby.
No. Denny Carroll's around a little bit. Did not get it saved.
Oh, Dave Little's in there. Oh, no. That's our fault. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, spotlight driver and all. And Ken Roberts is going to lead him back to the line. I didn't see what happened there. I see
that top line had a huge run, and they had to check up, and there was just too many people up there. You'll see it here. I'll focus on Mangialardi. He got a wicked run on McClure, but too late down the back straightaway. That's the issue here. He's got a great run to get up to the back of McClure in the 17, but he can't push him right there because they're going into the turn. So he stays off of him, and then that just dominoes back about 2 or 3 cars, and then it just ends up causing a ruckus.
It's funny how that happens, too, because the car that originally started it probably drove away without a problem.
Yeah. Breedlove took a lot of damage.
He had to lift it. You don't see it back there. And then, unfortunately, the track pretty much got dropped. You see a few drivers, really, really good moves there. Cody Lamas, I don't know if he was involved in it. I see he's got through it, but just a lot of guys just slowed down and made it through it. And that's
David Chin pretty much. Oh yeah, he got into the back of Godfrey. Godfrey got demolished. I wonder if he retired. Yeah, he did. Kelly Causey and John Godfrey have retired. Where was Causey in that wreck? I'm just focusing on a few different guys here. 00s.
Brandsetter's in there.
We'll go on board with Kelly.
Gary Bombard is going to stay out and lead a lap. That's smart on him to get them, bonus points for leading a lap. And I think Chris Lambiek are the only. Nope. Brian Rasson and Cody Lamas, Robert Breedlove. They were the only drivers that stayed out. Breedlove, he's going to go out on the pits list next time by. That thing looks pretty beat up.
Who's that?
Breedlove. He's a cops crushed down.
Oh, he did, yeah. Up. Yeah, Kelly got in it and was involved in that. Godfrey got just, again, turned a little bit and up into that wall super hard.
Nate Balzer was the first one off pit road. I didn't see whether or not they took tires or not, but I am going to go check that real quick.
Yeah, so we're taking a look at Breedlove right here. This car is not supposed to look like this.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to see that much tire hanging out the side of the car.
Pretty much
gas tank. Oh man, it looks like a rally car or something. That's illegal fender clearance.
I'm gonna say it's probably gonna have a little trouble in the room to do. The new laser inspection. It's gonna be a little off the laser inspection. I think they're gonna have a little bit too much offset.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
It's funny how, what they call the twisted sister cars caused it to be the way it is now, where it's all, they stick stickers on the car, then they run it in a laser room, and it, completely checks the whole car out.
Well, yeah, I guess it would all be all laser guided now, eh? Like back in the old days when they had that template they had to put on top of the car. They don't do that anymore.
They do still, yes. But
do they? Okay.
Sometimes. But they basically now they just drive into this room. They have stickers that have to be in a certain spot or whatever, and it just goes through and it gives a whole, pretty much of a, 3D image of the whole car. They can find out if anybody's, tweaked it a little bit or whatever. But,
wow.
But back in the day, we call them like the Twisted Sisters cars. Back like basically when you play the game 2003, the original Cup mod, that era, they started playing around with ways of getting around the template, and it was just the template that went up over the top of the car and the template that went over on that one that went across the car, and you had to be right in those spots. Well, they started getting really, so the whole front end of it was distorted just to get the air on the left side of the car, and to me they were ugly.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for damage to be done. You'll see when they finish up on this car, it'll pop right back into form. Just following
it'll pop. That roof is not gonna, because that roof's still gonna look just like it is now.
Yeah, there she goes. I'll pop the sides back out and threw the rear tail off, and away she goes, just like new, almost. Just like new, minus that lid, and like you said, the scraped off numbers, so we won't be able to see that from the helicopter anymore. But
it fixed the numbers on the side, which is right.
It's pretty crazy though how they get it all back to normal again almost. But that car will definitely react much different. When they get in the draft and stuff, he might be all right if you can get a couple guys behind him to help him, take the air off the back wing that doesn't exist anymore, but we'll see what happens. Being
that he's, still in the top 10 in points, 7th right now, currently 60, sorry, my number dyslexia kicked in. 26 points away from Denny Carroll. He's got to stay out there and just try to get as many points as he can, and then hope next week he can have a little bit better week and maybe possibly make up some good points.
Just going back in the YouTube chat there, Ben saying he paints all his team's cars. When we were talking about painters before. RJ Bishop is another great painter in Maverick. That's cool. I didn't know that. Bishop painting cars.
I used to paint them. Right now I sit down in front of a computer to try to paint one, and I think we'll call it painter's block. I just cannot seem to come up with an idea that I like,
Get stuck on something.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that too. I owe Robert Spring a car, and I owe Bob Sire a car. Or a truck, actually. I owe Sire a truck. There's Balser riding next to Katerina. Mm-hmm. But it's just, and sometimes I've just gone forget this and just delete the file and start over again because it's just so frustrating sometimes.
And I get a big kick out of, I always use, there's a program out there called Car Viewer. And
yes, Car Viewer is amazing, yeah.
It allows you to put the car in there and spin it around and line up all the paint. Even, you look at Rodney Solomon, just creaking his paint jobs. They are awesome paint jobs. But you'll notice one thing about them all. They all, on these cars here, all have a black back decklet. Every one of his cars like that. So what the advantage of that is you don't have to play that game of trying to go around that corner.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
To try to line it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the car's not perfectly symmetrical either.
Nope.
So you think you've lined it up right, and then when it gets on the car, you're like, well, why is this it looks like it's 6 inches over, because that's how the cars are. They're geared for a speedway. They tilt to the left, and they're built different. They're not symmetrical.
I used to do it where I'd go out and run a replay, save the replay, go out and make a change, put the car in, and then I'd use GPL Forever, which is basically kind of like your little drone.
Okay.
Just fly around the car on the in the game, which was the more accurate way of doing it, because that's the way the game's going to change it a little bit once you put them into the game, and that's how I used to do it.
Right.
And getting ready to turn down pit road.
There was another program that
outside.
sort of replaced Car Viewer with a cool little 3D scene.
Yep.
And it was a standalone software. Is that what you were talking about?
No, this was its own little software.
Yeah.
It's basically a thing you can go in and just watch replays, and you can do all kinds of crazy stuff, kind of like what you do with your drone.
Cool.
Ooh, a little bit of a checkup there on the outside, which goes all the way back, and Chris Van Vliet got a good start there. Ken Roberts gave him a good push, but also just didn't get quite going a little bit. I would say that, Randy Waugh might have got a little bit rambunctious, got into the back of him, which slowed down Randy Waugh, and then again with that same thing that we saw before, that the effect of that goes back.
Green flag is still up?
It's still green.
Wow. Well, we just watched it. No way. The green flag's still up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What the heck? It took out half the field, like the slow motion big one. And I thought the yellow would have come up for that.
That changes a lot of the complexity of this race, especially if it goes green from this far out. Right now, you've got Chris Van Vliet in the lead. You've got Ken Roberts, Nate Balzer, and RJ Cabana is just picking up the back of them guys and starting to catch up to them. Then you've got Mike Mangialardi. That one is Dante Ricky, Dennis McCarthy, Greg Palmer, and Mark Paglia.
Yeah.
That are, 5 cars compared to the 4 that are up there. So they'll probably run them down.
That's really weird, man. I can't believe that the yellow just didn't stay up for that. Because Randy Waugh got around, and it looked like somebody bowling a strike in a bowling game. Everybody, all the pins just sort of fell down in slow motion.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, oh yeah, we're looking at the replay and I'm thinking, we're still green here.
You've got the next group of cars right now currently being led by Steven Brandstetter, which we know was involved in that first accident. They're over almost 8 seconds back, 9 seconds back.
But there's 5 of them there,
10.
so they can make up some ground. If who's that in the back there? Is that Brian? Oh, it is Brian Wolf. Said he wasn't racing tonight. I guess he changed his mind, because there he is in the 28 and the 29 fluid.
Mangialardi, that group that Mangialardi was leading, ended up catching up to him. Him and Richie went down to the bottom. Ricky, went down to the bottom, but they're the only 2 down there. With 6 cars or 7 cars on the top, they're not going to be able to get past them.
No.
But right now, it looks like we're pretty much, about I would say 9 cars breakaway from the rest of the field.
Interesting, like you said, that happening so early.
Yep.
Gives these guys more space. We can get it settled, and the administrators won't pull yellows. They won't throw a yellow.
The game does
manually, because they're like, look, we let the game control the yellows. So even in a situation like that, where you're thinking, I totally thought the yellow would just come back out again. For some reason, it didn't. So they leave it.
Randy Waugh, because he got spun around and took him so long to get back up to speed. I don't think he probably got a lot of damage.
He went to the pits and got new tires, though. So
did he?
Yeah.
So he's going to be the first car 1 lap down. He's going to be hoping for a caution.
Well, I'm not sure if he got tires, but he was on the pits there a couple laps ago. He did go down pit road. I was just reading in the YouTube chat there too. Jonesy D874 says, boogity, boogity, boogie, let's go racing, boys, when the race started. I wonder if that's Jonesy from Jonesy's Barbecue. Remember that, the Wickers sponsor on, I think, Ken Roberts runs that in the ALS race, and Jonesy Barbecue sponsored a ton of stuff. In those ALS association, Kelly Causey puts that together once a year. If that's the same Jonesy, they put down some dough on those races. So,
yeah. Now Robert Breedlove, that obviously we've known him's got a big damage. He's just went 1 lap down. Getting a little racy up front. Ken Roberts, Nate Balzer, dropped to the bottom down there. They kind of left Chris Van Vliet out. He's out there by himself, so he's going to go back to the, I would say about to 9th position.
He was able to lead 7 laps. That's good for Chris. The 0-1-0.
Yep. Hey, let's keep it going. He has not had a lot of luck this year so far. It just passed Dave Little, our spotlight driver, was unfortunately involved in one of the earlier incidences. Checking to see. I guess you're gonna have to do GNL TV. I don't have it. I had it set up for whatever reason. It didn't come on. Hey, checking to see who led who what laps.
Oh, the amount of laps led. Yeah, so 7 laps led by Chris Van Vliet in the 0-10. Ken Roberts has 4.
Found your quicker sponsor in there.
Yeah.
I see that.
I don't see Jonesy on there, though. I was looking for Jonesy Barbecue. See if I can find Jonesy Barbecue. I don't... It's got the Wickers on, but I'm pretty sure in the ALS race it's both.
Yep. Could be.
Either way, we'll get you back on a real camera here. But yeah, we had 7 laps led by Chris Van Vliet, 5 right there by Ken Roberts. And then Terry Bombard also has 1, and those are the only 3 drivers so far tonight that have led a lap here in first 15.
It could be a big point shakeup, especially if this thing goes green. You've got our current points leader right now back in the 20th position. He's back there with, I think that's Chuck Taylor. Yeah, they're just 2 Fords out there running together by themselves. That's not going to bode well for them. They need more cars to be able to get caught up.
Yeah.
Randy Waugh, we saw him go a lap down. He was one of the guys up there in the top in the points. We know that Breedlove was up there. Doug Hewlick. I don't think I've seen Doug Hewlick here tonight. So
Hewlick is number 3, right?
Nope, 23.
23.
It's not.
Yeah, no, he's not in the field tonight. Nope.
Your highest running current.
Lamas is around. Yellow flag is up. That'll tighten everybody up again.
Okay, so that's to say, Dante Ricky is the only driver right now that's in the top 4 that's, towards the front. Not really towards the front, but, he's up for a little bit higher than the rest. So there could be a big point shakeup.
See what happened here. Oh, Dave Little lap down. Oh, no. Yeah, Dave didn't get out of the way. Or he changed his mind. I think he was out of the way, and they thought he was going to stay where he was, and then they moved.
Kind of looks to me like Randy Waugh is going to be your lucky dog. Now, do they do 1 or 2? I forget.
2.
2, that's right.
Yeah, Dave Little was a lap down, and they were climbing on him here, and he juked when he should have jived, and Rodney seemed to escape it, slapped the wall a little bit, but then the other 4 drivers all sort of just, it's like a magnet. So that brings out yellow.
Well, we were talking earlier before about how David Chen needs some luck. I just happened to be scrolling through the field, and I looked at his car, and I'm like, God, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to give him that TARNATION TV curse. And right side of the car looks like left side of the car looked great. Look at the right side is stoved in.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's not supposed to look like that, ladies and gents.
Rason. How do they say that again? You told me that, Rob.
Who?
It's not Rason.
Rawson.
Rawson. That's
Yeah.
why I say Rason. I guess that's the way
It sounds distinguished.
Yeah.
Rawson.
His left side is stoved in pretty good.
Rawson is 6.
This will change things quite a bit. Now we'll get the field back together a little bit. Looks like just about everybody. Let's see if anybody stayed out. See, there's a few of them up there trying to get around. Dave Selinsky, or is it Dave or Dale? That's Dale.
Dale Shalinsky, yeah.
And then Randy Waugh, of course, he's going to be a lucky dog.
Some of these guys have to stay out because they're lap down.
Right. Dennis McCarthy is the guy that he stayed out just to lead a lap. And the 024.
Well, it looks like we got a blown engine.
What's that?
I see black smoke on the pits. Oh, maybe I was seeing things. Let's rewind that a bit. I thought I saw...
If somebody has damage and they come in and get it fixed, the smoke can go away.
Okay. Huh. Let's see who that was.
See, some tires are being changed down there on pit road.
I thought I saw black smoke. There is black smoke right there. Who's that coming from?
Mosquito control.
It looks like Mangialardi. Yeah, Mike Mangialardi's got... Oh, it looked like it popped right there, actually. That was weird.
Add downshift.
Right here, it starts spewing black. Right in the last 20 feet before it got to his pit stall, and then it goes away. So I'm thinking...
Was he able to get it fixed and come back out?
He's still on the pit stall. So they must be working on something. And he's gone. It looks like he may have retired. Ah.
Wow.
I wonder what that was. I mean, missing a shift at low speed is not going to blow the engine up.
No, you'd have to go from like fourth to first to really make any of effect there.
Mm-hmm.
Now Dennis McCarthy's coming down pit road. Randy Waugh, who's going to be the lucky dog, and I believe it was Dale Solinsky's going to be the other one. Brian Rawson is coming down pit road as well. Pretty sure he's just there to get that damage fixed. Interesting to see. Do we have any tire takers? Yeah. One writes on Randy Waugh and Dennis McCarthy.
We're leaving you a spot on the broadcast, Nate, if you want to slide up beside the pace car again.
Yeah. Oh, Doug Hillick is in the chat, said that he took a provisional for tonight.
Ah, okay.
So, unfortunately for Mangialardi, it says that he blew a camshaft.
Engine camshaft failure. Yeah, you need that.
Don't you just love the random breakdowns?
Yeah, right on pit road, too. It's so weird. Like, it literally was like 50 feet from this pit stall, and that thing just starts spewing smoke, and that was it. Camshaft stopped pushing pistons, and away she went. Or valves.
You know, it's good thing. Had a couple of people.
I don't know how an engine works. What's a camshaft do? It's valves, right? Yeah.
How many revolutions does a camshaft make in comparison to the motor?
Excellent question. You know the answer.
I do. I was hoping you did.
No, I don't.
Engine turns around 1 revolution, the camshaft turns around 2.
Oh, okay. So what's RPM?
What's the revolutions per minute?
Right. What does that pertain to? The camshaft?
So the camshaft, basically whatever the RPM of the motor is turning, the camshaft turns half that speed. So the piston has to go up and down, 4 times, 4-stroke motor, okay? So by having it half the speed, you have open the valve on one, close, open the valve on the other.
So does the RPM number, is it the engine or the camshaft? Like how's it?
RPM would be based off the crankshaft.
Okay.
If technically it comes off the camshaft, but it's related to the crankshaft. So like a small block Chevrolet, you put a cam at the very end of it, there's a helix gear, and then just drives off from that, which goes down and drives the oil pump on the bottom, and then it goes up to the top and distributes the spark.
Okay.
Sullivan said, looks like, Sullivan says he's out on the chat.
Sorry for those that got wrecked. Good for the guys that got to catch back up in that weird non-caution restart. Yeah, that was a very
Very
odd
weird.
thing, but kind of cool. I was kind of hoping it would have gone green way longer, just to see something weird like that happening super early in a race.
Yeah.
If it allowed it to go long green like that, it would have been really neat to kind of try to keep up with multiple packs of cars and
That's what
in
we're
an
doing.
elongated, and like in an elongated run, you're like, okay, who can actually just get together and not race each other and catch these guys? Because you could pull that off if you had 50 laps to do it. You could do it.
Before the caution came out, Denny Carroll was back there in around the 20th spot. Okay. Had it gone green, probably wouldn't have made up too many more spots, you know what I mean, as they go along, whatever. Now, currently, Denny Carroll's sitting in 8th. So you see how that made him a big advantage. He came down pit road probably in the first time by. Other people stayed out, whatever, pitted.
Yep.
So it's brought him back up near the top 10, which will help him out immensely. Randy Watt just got the lap back. He's going to be in the back, but I would keep my eyes on him a little bit off and on. I'm sure he will work his way back towards the front currently. Right now, he's in the 23rd position. 24th for Dave Selinsky. And we know that Randy was involved in that no caution incident. Whether he's got damage, we're not really sure about that. So we'll have to see what happens with him as we get to the restart right now.
As Katarina gets that thing out of the way, we are going to go back green flag racing. Focus there on the 40 of Javier Negron sitting in 17th spot. Kind of focus on mid-pack here.
Nate Bob's been on the restarts tonight for sure.
Yeah, he's no stranger to that front row.
RJ Cabana was right behind him there on that one, and he made sure once he got going because they gave him a wicked shove. Nate Baldwin and RJ Cabana go to the high side, pull out in front of Ken Roberts, leaving Mark Paglia down at the bottom. But they did that right. I mean, what I mean by that, is there a wrong or right way to do that? Well, yes, there is. But they had a steam up, so when they pulled up in front of Ken Roberts, that line didn't lose any of that momentum.
Right.
A lot of times you'll see a late break, a late block to get up there to try to get on, grab a hold of that momentum. And if they don't have the speed up when they do that, it bottlenecks that whole side. As we saw earlier, one of the earlier cautions was due to that. Somebody had pulled up, it came back through the field, and unfortunately, by the time it got a little bit farther back, so people can't see it, and then melee.
Well, that's the thing. It's not in that situation. It's not really a block. They just sort of change lanes in front of a guy because they're going fast enough, where they just kind of blend together, nice and easy. No checkup.
You can see the advantage. You can see the advantage they got. Mark Paglia is still on that bottom line, but he's about, I think he's 8 or 10 cars back where he was right up there, next to, we'll say, Ken Roberts. Now, he just keeps dropping back.
Palmer goes low, looking anyway.
No.
Bombard and Chin.
Question is, did they catch the green? You know what I mean?
We're going to find
out.
out.
They catch the yellow flag in time, so it looks like they're slowing down. Okay. Because remember, these guys race back.
Yeah, they do. If the pace car is out, the pace car is out. That means they got to wait.
Just going to say, we got to see how fast Katarina's driving.
Oh, she's booking it. 0 to 165 in about 2 seconds.
She was taking the corner down at the flat about 135, 140 miles an hour. So,
yeah, you want to watch it? This is what it looks like when you gotta put the sandwich down and drive the pace car when a yellow flag comes out. So I'll let you know when it's at 100 mile per hour. Right there. Doesn't take long. 140, 150, 160, 180, 190. You know what? I think the fastest car out there is the pace car.
Yeah, by themselves. Yeah.
0 to 180 in about 3 seconds. Pace speed is 70. We will rewind this and go see exactly what happened in the tri-oval there.
Terry Bombard around. I didn't see. I don't know if it was Paglia that was with him. There was a black car that was going around as well. Not sure exactly what happened.
Yeah, we'll put it in a little bit slow-mo, half speed here, just so we can see what's going on. I don't know exactly where it happened, but we'll let everybody see what I'm seeing. I was in David Chin was in it, so I'm going to focus on Chin. Chin with a little bit of a bump on Bombard, and that sent Bombard around. And of course, that's nowhere for anybody to go. Ellisor, McCarthy,
Tell you, if
Rawson got around it.
it wasn't for bad luck, David Chin wouldn't have any luck.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Speaking of David Chin, thanks Bryant Motorsports for
Yeah.
sponsoring this tonight's event.
Well, speaking of which, we can play the advertisement. You want me to play the advertisement?
Sure, why not?
Let's do an ad break. Thank you very much to Bryant Motorsport Auto Sales. And here is a commercial from, I recall, like 20 years ago, but Brian found it and sent it to me, so.
They need to update that.
It's the kids, and they're not kids anymore, but here you go.
They got to do it with the kids now at their
They
age.
should redo it, because like Brian said, they're like 30 and 35 years old now, but either way, here it is. Thanks again, Bryant Motorsports.
Get this car for Grandma. Me too. He got it at Bryant Motorsports on High Street in Portsmouth. She's really gonna love it. I know, right? If you need a car, give us a call at 393-2600. That's 393-2600.
Absolutely.
There we go. So thanks to Bryant Motorsports. If you need a car, Portsmouth, you heard the advertisement. And of course, on Wednesday, I think we were talking behind the scenes there. That's Postal's series.
Yeah.
Starts up on Wednesday at Daytona, and they mirrored the NASCAR official schedule as close as they can here also. So Daytona on Wednesday.
Yeah, and we talked with Brian Wolf there a little while back. Brendan Queen, they call him Butterbean, route running in the truck series for Colin Racing, and driving one of the Rams. Actually, I don't know where he finished, but he did real well. You know what I mean? He was running up front. Don't think he got up front like led, but he was right there in the top 10 most of the night. Got dropped back a little bit later, and I didn't really catch where he ended up, but I think he finished and he didn't wreck it, so that's a good thing.
And that's the pickup truck that we see sitting in front of the girls in the car.
Oh, that's a truck, yes, but he's driving for Colin Racing, which is they are running Dodge Rams now. They're not Dodge anymore.
Oh, okay.
They had a thing, and I think we talked about it a little bit last week. They had a Ram ride for something for the seat, and they gave away they took and found 15 drivers from all kinds of different racing disciplines, and had a competition to win a seat and driving a truck for the whole season for Colin Racing. So,
oh wow,
Minnie Terrell won it. That's why I know what Butterbean did. one of his teammates. I see Breedlove go around there to get the lucky dog. So I'm looking, that should put everybody back on the lead block that is still running. Currently, we are running 24 cars. What did we start? 34?
30. I'm showing 30.
Okay. So we've lost 5.
Yeah, Godfrey was the first one to retire, and he is finishing in the 30th position this evening, according to my stats, anyway.
We got them all lined back up. This Chris Van Leek on the front row. I think he is the leader. I wasn't sure because they do have the option up front, I believe, in this one to pick what lane they want to be in.
Yeah.
Basically the control car, which would be the first car, can choose high or low.
And he has led the most laps so far still. Roberts has 8, but Van Vliet has 9.
Nice.
So he's not worried about these caution flags too much.
No. Well, they're helping him out a little bit. Let's see. Just checking to see whereabouts is he in points.
When you're in the front, like in the front few rows like that, you're like, yeah, whatever, man. We'll just run the whole race yellow because you don't even really need to fight to keep your spot, right? You're just rolling around.
This will be his 4th race, so he's down two races, but not had a whole lot of luck when he is here too. So he is currently down in 30th position. So that gives you a perspective. As soon as they get going green here, we'll talk about it.
Well, he's got the bonus point for leading a lap. Might get a bonus point for leading the most.
Yep. Great start. Now, we were talking about how there was 30 cars tonight. Last week, I think we had 34. There have been a total of 44 drivers that have taken a green flag. Some have only taken, run one race, but 44 drivers have had on Saturday nights. If they could get them all here in one night, we'd have to have knockout qualifying. Haven't had to deal with that yet.
They've come close a few times.
Yep.
Lisa's Inspirations on YouTube chats as well. There's a lot of wrecks tonight. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. You should have seen it last week, Lisa, because holy moly, what was it? 12 cautions?
Terrible.
The pace car actually led the most laps last week. So we had 12 yellows last week. Right now we've only had 3. So that's about average. 3 is about average.
Pace car driver last week was Bob
Wolf. Yep.
And he actually led the most laps.
He did.
The fastest lap too.
Did he? I hope
hauling ass. Excuse my language, but he was hauling it.
Yeah, that was not again, like last week's race was one of those anomalies. Like I've been broadcasting with TARNATION TV probably 6 years now, maybe. It's been a while. I got to go back and find the date on the first one. But there's only really been like maybe 3 or 4 races like that. And I've done hundreds of these, but they happen every once in a while where you cannot run 2 laps green. It's just it's in the air sometimes. Everything's going to go wrong. Tires are going to go flat. Engines are going to blow up. Guys' wheels are going to come disconnected from the desk. Guys' wheels will just get disconnected from the computer somehow. USB port just stops working. Everything happens in one night. Your cat jumps up on the desk and shuts your monitor off. Like, there's so many things that can happen, and sometimes it all happens at once.
Van Vliet got out and got the lead, went up to the high side, and was controlling the race. Mm-hmm. And then there was 4 cars underneath behind him. Pulled down, and he is going backwards.
No, he's in the vortex now. He's in the middle. I thought Elisor and McClure were going to pick him up. Oh, we got down there in front of Spring.
He was able to get down through the tri-oval to get back down in front of Spring there, but
he's trying to settle on an option right here. He can basically go wherever he wants because he's got nobody left to right. I think he's going to want to stay in the middle.
Say Billy Ellis, who just pulls back down on the backstretch there. He was trying out there to go, but nobody kind of went with him. Right now, they're pretty much nose to tail
Whoa.
back to 11th, and
What?
they start double file back there.
Did Bombard just... Okay, no, he didn't. I thought I saw him blink out. Yeah, Ulysses was nice enough. I think, I don't know if he let him come down there, but he might have opened the door and let him get back in line. Running single file here now.
Pretty close to it. The only ones back there, Robert Spring's still in the bottom. That's just because everybody kind of went to the high side and merged up there, and he is just left down there by himself. He'll pick up the back of the field when they get, when they finally get to him. Whoop, maybe not. They got some poking out up front there. Looks like McClure.
Yeah, McClure, Ellisor, and Bombard.
Bombard, yeah. I was just going to say, I see three of them. I was looking back there, couldn't quite see who made the move.
Better watch out front row. You're going to get bombarded.
Yep. The problem is that you look at the top 5 cars up there. The last one of them of that group being Denny Carroll. That's a pretty good group. Of guys, if you're going to try to beat them down at the bottom, you've got to get some guys together, and you got to be nose to tail, push, because those guys are just running nose to tail right nice and tight together. You look at that all the way back till Chuck McClure just pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
They were just nice and tight. That's the hard group of cars to pass.
What if you pull out of there? He might have been forced out.
That's possible.
Sometimes you get a run and the guy behind you is pushing you.
Yeah.
You can't really check up. Your best is to move over.
Sometimes that's the smarter way to do it.
Yeah.
Checking on our, currently in their kind of the guys that are at the top of the points. Randy Waugh is back there still running around in the 7th position. Denny Carroll is currently in the 5th position. And Doug Heelick is not in the building tonight. Dante Ricky, where is he located at?
It's an excellent question. There's the 84. He's back in 17th.
Way back there.
Yep.
17th right now.
Yep.
It's funny how it changed. Dante Ricky earlier,
Right up there.
with that mysterious no caution wreck, was the only driver in the top 6, I'd say. We're near the front, and now at caution, things come back. He's the one in the back, and the rest of them around him are all near the front.
There's Brian Wolf on that Fluid Studios car. It's a cool design on his hood. He has those, he puts those wings on the front of the hood there, those lines that come up from the headlights.
Yep.
He puts them on the hood of every car that he has. That's like Cannon's wings.
Yep.
So then it's for Cannon Hinnant, and they do that end gun violence race every year. And that's the consistency on Brian's car. That they actually used to look kind of like wings, and then they sort of evolved into that. But he's always got something like that on the hood of the car, every single car that he drives. But we'll be helping him out doing that again this year too. That's always a big success.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know he had I didn't know that's what those were on there. I know that every year we Cannon race. But checking up on Billy Iser, he's currently our 6th in points coming in here. He's currently running around in the 9th position, so he's still having a great night. That's just goes to show you he may not be up there leading the most laps and running in the top 5 all night long. But he's always right there, and that's what's kept him in the top 6 in points all season.
He's been able to keep it clean tonight too. We've had those couple of yellows. We did have some big damage. I mean, John Godfrey was forced out of the race pretty much within the first. Well, it was the first accident happened about 10 laps in.
Yeah.
And it's like
we thought we had a good thing started there for a minute. The last
lap 1.
I don't know. We didn't write it down. We probably should have. We're trying to record how the most laps we actually ran. We did have a fairly decent green flag run last week, but not long enough to get to green flag pit stops.
No, yeah, I think by decent it was probably like maybe 12 at the most because like you said, they didn't have to make a pit stop. So
they can do well. You look at RJ Cabanas out front. Now he'll probably maybe can get 18, 19 laps in. Go back to Greg Palmer, Danny Carroll. They can probably do 19 to 20. It's funny how
Yeah, you gain.
Realistically, it isn't quite the same as like the NASCAR of the cars that are out there now. If you watch the duels, anybody that was leading the race when they had to go and do the green flag pit stops, always lost that.
Sorry, what happened?
So let's say you were RJ Cabana right now, who's the leader,
right?
In the duels, you had to stop once for fuel. And the guy that would be led the whole first part of the race had to take more fuel than the guy that was running behind him in second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just because they're pushing the air, and that's what RJ Cabana's going to do. So it's not quite as bad as it. Realistically, this you got to also remember this game is based off 2003 or 2002. Physics and what used to happen back then.
Different motors, different cars, different materials to make the cars. It's science has evolved the sport a lot.
Well, the thing of it is the days of teams making their own cars are all done. They buy everything from NASCAR and then they just put it together and put vinyl on them and go racing. Right.
Yeah, they try to keep it all stocked, like everybody runs the same thing.
Everybody's running exactly the same thing. The difference is what you can do for, your rebound and compression on your shocks, springs, what packers you run, Other than that, everything is pretty much the same.
These guys are getting out into two wide racing here now.
Yes, sir. They are starting to shake it up a little bit. Kind of that high line. Someone must have been down the bottom. We were kind of visiting there for a minute talking about cars, and they moved back down to defend, and it had to be somewhere around where Greg Palmer was, because he's currently now leading the outside, where he was about, I think, 4th or 5th in line back there in that outside group when they were up there.
Cabana holding his own up there in first, now has 10 laps led. Hasn't caught Van Vliet yet. Van Vliet still has the most laps led tonight with 12.
Robert Breedlove goes, that super duper damaged car goes another lap. He just got one back, but unfortunately for him, he got caught up in one of those early melees. But props to him. He hasn't given up yet. He's probably made up a few positions on people that have, wrecked later on in the race, and now he's still going. So.
That's the thing,
Chuck's got to get out of the way because they were coming.
Yeah, like with the 30 cars that started, Breedlove, even though he's only got half a car left, he's in 24th, so he's not going to get last.
Nope.
Worst he can finish is 24th.
Chuck Taylor, sorry, had just gone a lap down in the Monster Energy Ford there.
Yep.
He must have got shuffled out. I don't know if he's been in any of the accidents tonight or not, but he might have just got kind of shuffled out and then lost the draft. And that, it don't take long when you're out there riding by yourself for the lead cars to catch up to you.
Watching Palmer lead that outside line. Paglia right behind him. Ellisor right behind him. Ulysses and the 48 of Lamas. Not Alex Moe.
So, just looking, David Chin is our latest retirement. He has just not had, I don't know if he's finished a race this year.
Yeah, he went out a while back, actually. He retired a while ago there after that last caution. 17 laps?
Yeah, he's just not had a season.
No. Where's he sitting in points?
Let me find that out for you real quick.
Oh, no. Oh, Ulysses got pushed out to the side there, but saved it. I thought he was going around at this camera angle that I had. Looked like that was going to be a catastrophe.
Just to give you an idea of how bad his luck has been this year. Okay. He has run all 5 races. Okay. Yeah. He has 5 DNFs.
Oh, wow.
Okay. He's run 5 races, 5 DNFs.
We're in race 6. He has 5 DNFs?
Now would be 6.
Ugh.
So he's had a DNF. He did not finish a single race. He's currently 32 in points.
Oh,
32nd
right.
in points.
Yeah, you're looking. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at the current points. Yeah, which would
Right,
be
I'm looking
after
at the points
5.
before
He
tonight.
didn't finish any of the 5, and then he just retired now.
Yeah, he has not had any luck at all this
Oh,
season.
wow. And he's one of the top tier guys at All-Star Racing, too. He's putting these gigantic races together, but unable to, find a pocket where he's not getting wrecked out. And it's not like he's quitting because he just wants to go grab a piece of pizza. Like,
No,
he's getting demolished,
He
unfortunately.
has been in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I can't begin to tell you how many
Wrong
times.
place. Must have been the right time.
Okay, so now, so remember last time we
Dr. John made it into the broadcast. Apparently, I just started singing that song. Sorry,
yes.
Go ahead.
So remember last time that last caution flag we had, Van Vliet did not pit. Okay, so so he just went in and pitted a few minutes ago, and now that's what we saw him just going a lap down.
Okay.
He's off sequence with all the rest of these guys.
Interesting. So lap 42 is when he went in.
So we should be having Robert Spring and Billy Elliser and Steven Brands that are headed on pit road right now. There's some of them not running in the top.
David Little? No, that's Wolf. Ellisor, Spring, Taglia. No.
Dale
Shalinsky and Brandsetter. I'm going off car colors.
Can't.
I'm not too bad. But some of them look similar from a distance. Like the way I got that pit lane set up. So Van Vliet will definitely stay on the high line here.
So the advantage that Van Vliet will have, if this all goes out and it plays out, he's already caught up with the leaders. So you know what I mean. He's been running full speed laps. As long as he doesn't have to run out there too much. Let's see. Oh, there's a whole. I was just going to start numbering numbers, and that ain't going to work. A whole bunch of them.
Wow, they're 5 wide coming into the pits.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Ulysses Sandoval, Cody Lamas, Javier Negron stayed out. And they got Van Vliet right behind them. That's going to help out Van Vliet because what's going to happen is they're going to come out, and at about the time they're coming out, probably Ulysses Sandoval and them guys are going to pit. Which, let's see, Bob.
Chuck McClure just strong-armed Ken Roberts out of the way. That's going to affect that bumped Ken out of his pit stall. He actually had to reset the car, back up and reline it so he could get service. Strategy played by McClure, maybe?
Okay, so here we go. Ulysses Sandoval, Cody Lamas, Javier Negron just are in on pit road. Now, I'm trying to focus on Van Vliet here just for a second.
Yep.
He is coming down into turn one as everybody else is coming out now under speed. Just getting up to speed.
And he's got push from Wolf, Ellisor, and Spring, so...
And Brian Wolf. He's coming out, he's running down Dennis McCarthy, so he shouldn't be too bad off.
And he's going to be about 4 or 5 laps short on gas, though. But so's everybody else is still going to be short, too. They're going to be short by 1 or 2.
We're 20 laps to go, so everybody's going to have to pit one more time-ish. Maybe. Some of these guys that did really, really late on their pit stops, they might be able to sneak it out. We'll have to wait and see how that works out.
Yeah. So Van Vliet went from 16th. He's in 13th there now as he crosses the line.
Right, so he's got a little bit of help with him, but then you go up to, I'm trying to see.
You can see that pack in front of him here.
Yeah. So the only advantage you're going to have, because you have Cody Lamas, you have Javier Negron that just came out. They're not quite up to speed yet.
Ulysses is right there. He's under speed too, but he's not damaged, I don't believe. He's just out of sequence. Something might have happened to him.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the numbers there. Now, Van Vliet is way back there. He had lost a lot. He's like almost 11 seconds back.
I'm sorry, I just started lapping. We were talking about consistency. Check the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
David Chin says consistency.
He's consistently doing. Hey, he's not. He is consistent every week. He does the same thing every week.
Yeah, he's consistently not finishing races.
Yeah.
Sorry, David. That's funny, man. Man, that's tough luck.
He has not had any luck at all.
No.
So, we get cycled through everything. After the pit stops, who's out front? Denny Carroll. Points leader.
Points leader. Talking about him earlier, being where he was, and it doesn't matter because here we are now.
I don't know how he does it, but that guy always sees if he can keep the car going and he doesn't get wrecked and involved in any of the wrecks and whatnot, or make a mistake himself, he's always right there at the end. So, you think about it, he's out front, you look behind him, who you got Randy Waugh right there behind him, who was a lap down at one point in time. Now he's back up there. But you got RJ Cabana, and I'm not sure if they'll stay together and work together. Chuck McClure, he's here to win. I'm trying to think about who McClure kind of hangs out with. I would think that probably Paglia. I'm trying to think about who might go with him. You know what I mean? Who's the drivers that'll go with him if he pulls out?
On board with Dale Shalinsky about 4 laps ago. I just saw him in the YouTube chat. He ran out of fuel about 3 stalls short.
Oh.
So he's there about 55 mile an hour. He's not speeding. It almost would have been worth speeding. And you can hear it spinning down. He's not going to have enough.
That's tough luck.
And he's number 94. And you can see up there, 40, 28 blank. And then I think 94 is in front of the 74. That's rough, man.
And he is out of the race, and it classifies at no fuel.
No fuel. Yeah,
that's rough.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's too bad somebody just couldn't. I wonder if they allow that to happen, though. But if somebody gave him a push, I wonder if that would be a penalty.
No.
Give him a little bump.
Somebody could have pushed him, but there again, somebody would have to know, you know what I mean?
You've got to call for help. Like, hey, if anybody can spare push, especially under green.
He could have called tow truck.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, he could have called tow truck.
Yeah, Control T would have gotten him. He would have lost a lot of time, but he would have gotten fuel and he would have been back out there.
Yeah, Control T or from your escape menu.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you, how would that work on the tow time? He's before his pit stall, but he's in the pits. Does it take him all the way around the track, or just tow him
probably
50 feet?
I would say a minimum of 60 seconds.
Right.
It had 60 seconds of waiting, and then he would have got, full tire and fuel. I would say minimum. We just saw Brian Russell go down a lap. Let's see, is he just down one or multiple? No, he just went 1 lap down. 1 lap,
yeah. I'm showing him.
Well,
one.
He had significant damage to the driver's side of that car.
Yeah.
So Arrow's not his friend.
Yeah, we were able to see the damage until he got it, fixed, but it's not fixed. There's, it's still damage to the car that we just can't see it. It affects your overall speed. If you're able to run, say you're able to run 181 mile an hour by yourself, and with a little bit of damage, you're only able to run 177. Doesn't seem like that much, but it is on a super speedway. You could get away with that on a smaller track, but not out here.
Right. So
Martinsville, for instance.
Dave Slisky in the chat goes, "Call a tow?" ? I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, I didn't think the tow would work on a no gas thing, but I guess it makes sense.
Yep, it would. All you have to do is call a tow truck. You might have lost, a couple of laps or so under green flag conditions, but
guys will do it too. If you get into an accident and you flip up onto your roof, you call a tow truck and they'll tow you back to your pit stall. Yeah, you just hit escape and then you can use your mouse to click on call tow truck, or like Rod said, the hotkey for it when the cars stop. When the car stops moving, you can. Is it Control T? T for tow.
Yep, and send you out there.
Yeah.
So we're getting down to it now. When they come down through here, we should be 10 laps to go. Not sure how many laps that Danny Carroll has led. You can answer that question.
Danny Carroll has led 7. Most laps led tonight. RJ Cabana with 15. Dennis McCarthy with 12. Nate Balser has 5. Chuck McClure, Terry Bombard, Dennis McCarthy have 1. And I forgot about Ken Roberts. He has led 9.
And the fastest lap tonight so far is turned by. You got that info.
Dale Shalinsky just learned something. He goes, "Oh snap!" in the YouTube. Yeah, tow truck. I remember. I've only ever used the tow truck when I get wheels up, or stuck in the apron, or stuck on the grass, or some weird thing like that. But yeah, I guess a no fuel situation would qualify.
Yep.
Control T. Don't do that by mistake, but you know.
No.
I always click escape and then click it.
Now we're 10 laps to go. We know they got to pit one more time.
Yes. So Van Vliet's going to have to pit. Let me see here.
I was just going to say.
Lap 61.
I said we know it's going to be coming soon. Well, we know these guys aren't going to pit until they absolutely have to.
Yeah.
You're out front up there. If you can go in, take a splash of gas, and go, these guys, I guarantee you, every one of these guys out here know you can turn around and tell them, ask them, if I get a splash of gas, how far can I go? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's, I'm looking at it there. Van Vliet came in around lap 42, so that should get him, if he runs the full tank, around lap 61, maybe lap 62. That's about 19 to 20 laps. Everybody else went in a couple laps after that. So they, like you said, they're still going to have to pit. There's 66 laps in the race. If we go green, it's splash time for sure.
But
and then we're making sure that everybody remembered to turn their tire change off. Because if you accidentally leave your tires on and they do a full service tire change, you just euchred yourself.
Now, Cody Lamas, Ulysses Sandoval, and Javier Negron were the last ones to pit.
Okay.
They
wait, you think they can
later than everybody?
Okay.
I wonder if can they go the distance. I don't know about Cody Lamas because he's out there. If they can go the distance, you know what I mean?
That was who was it? Ulysses Javier?
Ulysses Sandoval, Javier Negron, and Cody Lamas. They're all lined. They were lined up on the high side here.
Okay.
So this is the part that doesn't make sense to me though. If they could do that, okay.
Okay.
If you're Cody Lamas, why are you out pushing? You know, why are you out breaking the air? Got to be behind Terry Bombard. You know what I mean? And just
focused on Terry. Yeah, focused on Cody right there being pushed by Ulysses.
Yeah.
But he's out front.
They may not,
all the wind.
May not be able to make it. We don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're speculating.
Yeah, he might not be a fuel saver. I know some of these guys are crazy with the fuel savings, where he doesn't care. Just Matt, like I just pedal to the metal, don't care, just go. If I got to pit, I'll pit. But we've seen Jeffrey Elliott do it. We've seen some of these, like what was it, Dennis Chambers that one time did it. I don't even know how he did it.
Yeah.
Like it's just they run slower. They drive. Like, why is he driving so slow? Well,
these guys,
you can,
guys are jockeying around like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, lap cars coming up.
High side.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, that
wide.
You know what? That you're right. That would do it. The pit stops. Everybody's trying to figure out how they can get themselves to the bottom. We know Cody Lamas ran Ulysses Sandoval and Javier Negron can go more laps than everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So see, Javier Negron is in a good spot. Cody just wedged himself down in front of Javier. Yep. Ulysses is going to tuck in behind Brian Rawson. So, I mean, if they're putting themselves in good position where they know that they're not going to have to go with the main pack. So they're out of the way by being in that middle.
Yep. Just kind of keeping a focus on the chat. these guys start posting. But you got Denny Carroll was one of the earlier pit stops guys. You know, they're on the high side. McClure, Paglia, Palmer, Balzer, Elliser, and I missed the last one because it turned to the corner. That would be Brian Wolf. They're all down at the bottom. But these guys on the outside going to be pitting here. As you say, you think it's around 61.
Well, 61 for Van Vliet because he had to go in early, right?
Okay.
So he's going to be coming in the next couple laps for sure. Everybody else will be a few laps after that. I'm thinking 64, 65. I don't believe they could make 66. Wow. They might.
There's the call for Van Vliet to go down pit road.
Okay, so he's running. He'll be running on fumes. He's got to go now.
I tell you, I think Javier Negron is in the catbird seat here. Cody Lamas was burning it up too much fuel, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He might still have enough. Ulysses Sandoval was pushing him that whole time. Javier Negron has just been sitting back here riding. Be interesting if Cody Lamas, Javier Negron, and Ulysses Sandoval can go. You know what I mean? That would be really, you know, that would shake up everything.
On board there with Van Vliet, hit that thing perfect. No speed and penalty coming there. 55 on the line. He didn't even bother trying to hot pit that. No chances late in the race.
Oh, that'll hurt.
Problem with that is he's all by himself.
Well, got to get in and get out and hope that he gets. Woo, boy.
And you're wondering, like, if these guys try to all go together, maybe there's a wreck. Sometimes when they start wrecking down there on the apron, there's no yellow. He might be able to get back a bunch of positions.
Yeah. Dante Ricky just pulled from the high side down to the bottom side. Kind of right out in front of Chuck McClure. Didn't pay off for him. They all kind of left him out hanging. Everybody that was down at the bottom, when he pulled down there, he ran about half a lap down there, and they pulled up to the high side. Now he is headed backwards.
McCarthy headed to the pits all by himself. Lap cars yielding there.
No, there's no posting on that.
He was running at the very back. He didn't really need to.
Yeah. No, I know that. I'm just kind of saying, I'm just trying to keep an eye on that to let you know when they are. They'd be interested. Who knows? 26, 74. Illiser and Spring are headed to pit road. Now, this is just about the same way they did it earlier. They were just a little bit, they were a lap ahead of the other guys that pitted. We should see the guys that pitted the first. Those are the guys that pitted very first. The second round should be coming up here soon.
Man, I wonder who's playing the fuel game. There's got to be somebody out here playing the fuel game. And it can't be Denny.
McCarthy's pitted.
He's been leading the whole thing. Yeah.
They're the ones that posted it.
Yeah, I don't think Denny's going to be able to make it.
I don't know. But like I said, the guys in the catbird seat, Cody Lamas, Javier Negron, and Ulysses Sandoval, I think they can make it if not everybody else can't. You know what I mean?
Brandstetter, all by himself.
Hey, it's going to be interesting. You know, we're getting down to it.
I mean, we're coming around to a white flag situation here.
And they're still doing 196 mile an hour down the straightaway.
Yeah, they're going pretty much full bore, right? I mean,
yeah,
maybe one or two ticks off, but they're not conserving as much as we have seen in the past. I'll go back on pit lane 2 here.
Randy Wass coming to pit road.
Here's a bunch of guys coming here now. Well, everybody else is going to see if they can make it. Denny Carroll down there.
Yeah. Knew Denny Carroll is them guys are going to have to.
Okay, so these other guys think that they can. They're wrecking. They're wrecking. But that doesn't matter. Now it's a race back to the finish. They still got to make it. Full throttle. All the way around. Do these guys have enough gas?
McClure, Aglia.
McClure currently leading.
Balzer, Cody Lamas,
Aglia looking.
Ground right there.
Aglia looking to the outside. Yeah.
Palmer's going with him. Balzer's going with him. So's Lamas.
They're going free wide.
On the outside of Balzer.
McClure out of fuel. McClure is out of fuel. Look at Lamas go. I think Paglia's out of fuel too. Oh, man. What a run.
I told you they were the latter ones to pit. I think everybody else was running out of gas.
Wow, that was cool, man. You know what? Last week's race was I hate to say it, but it was a dumpster fire. Everybody will agree with me, but this one was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What a finish. It comes down to fuel. The yellow comes out, but that's not going to save you because they already took the white flag. Cody's not going to have enough gas to do a burnout.
Oh, he should.
He probably will. You were saying that, yeah. We got to give him the flag here. What are we doing? Wow, I'm pretty sure that Paglia also ran out of gas too.
Palmer,
half mile.
He was running out. The thing with I know that Ulysses Sandoval could have probably made it on fuel. Mm-hmm. He just got stuck in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and Lamas was in the right spot because there was lap traffic in the mix there too, and he just found a way.
People running out of gas. We had people, doing this, doing that. It was just a crazy finish. And I think looks like Denny Carroll was running out of gas. Yeah, he's a lap down. He is just still rolling. He's going to be in 13th position, just trying to roll to the start-finish line right now. Out of gas. Did not make it. That's crazy.
Yep.
Mileage race there, and it just all worked out.
Always the greatest ones. The fuel mileage races are always so cool.
Waiting for Eric. He's done burning it down. Let's go see if we can grab that Greg Palmer fella. All right, Greg Palmer, you got Rod and Blaine in the booth. You got a whoops. Where did he go? Didn't quite move. There we go. Greg Palmer, you got Rod and Blaine in the booth. You got a copy.
What's up, gentlemen? How are you tonight?
You haven't been here that much this season. You've run, I got to look it up. You've only run a few races. You missed the last couple of them.
Yeah, life takes over. Dinner dates and vacations, and I just got back from Florida last night, so.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because you've only run, not counting tonight, 3 races of the season. You won the first race. Then you come back, a couple of races and did not have the greatest of luck. Then you've been gone, and then you come back and you were running up front most of the night, kind of, the top 10, top 5. Figured you were going to probably make something out of that. Kind of thinking, were you running out of fuel there at the end?
Yeah, I was burping it since the last pit stop, just trying to save it, burping it. I was doing fine until a few laps to go, and they made the third line. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now I got to get on it. So after the third line disappeared, it was just 2 lines, and then down to 1, I was able to burp it again, and it was close. I hit 3 pounds on the backstretch on the last lap.
Whew. Yeah, so that was definitely slowing you down. So you did well to finish the third out of that.
Yeah, I mean, just wanted to stay up there. I mean, even I finished in the top 5, 6, 7.
Right.
That was fine, but I'm surprised I finished third. A few guys ran out of gas.
Oh, yeah, we saw Denny Carroll finish the 13th, 1 lap down. He was leading the thing near the end of that, and he ran out of fuel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, such is my luck. Thank you.
Hey, but that's okay. A third place finish. You're not here, running for a championship. You're here, come over here to try to get wins. Usually you're pretty good at that. just tonight, fuel mileage race. I would imagine if you had the full song and had the right people around you, you would have been out there, pulling out and taking that victory tonight.
Yeah, I had Mark Paglia's with teammates. I was following him, and he ran out of fuel before I did, going into 3 and 4, I believe. And Ken Roberts, I wanted to help him out, but he got bumped in the pits. He came out 18th. He was leading.
Yeah.
And he got bumped. We were like, oh, God, what else could happen tonight, But there's always next week. He's up there in the top 10. I mean, he might have dropped out a couple of spots, but he can still fight for it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about, pitting, especially on these tracks. You cannot make mistakes. You can lose so much time. Just a half a second out there on pit road of a mistake can cost you big time on the track.
Oh, without a doubt, definitely. Even speed pitting. I mean, you crossing that line 1 mile an hour over, or you yourself pass your pit stall by a little bit, or getting bumped, or getting spun on pit road. Everything's it's a challenge, and anything could happen at any given moment in this game.
Absolutely. Brian, you have a question for Greg.
With the bump out of the pit stall from McClure there for Roberts, like you should sabotage McClure next race. We'll be looking for some sabotage.
Oh, believe me, I have him on Whisper. I cursed him out.
Nice. No, man, awesome race of fuel mileage, especially compared to last week's race with 12 yellows or 13 yellows. Pace car led the most laps last week.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I wasn't here last week, but that's what I heard.
It was a long one. This was a phenomenal finish with the fuel mileage and only having a couple of yellows. So yeah, it was awesome to watch. That Fighting Irish paint job too, man. I love it.
Rodney Sullins, man, you got to give the guy's a Rembrandt of NASCAR painting. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He did my Jägermeister car, and I'll tell you what, I absolutely love that thing.
Yeah, piss your car, I get drunk.
All right, well, I want to congratulate on your 3rd place finish, and I'll give you the chance to thank anybody you want to thank. Somebody, so the floor is yours.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you guys up there in the booth calling a great race, like always. My sponsor, Notre Dame, of course, and Magnum, and Dick Insider, and all the admins here. Kenny and Brian and everybody, all the admins, and Spring, just having a good time here. I wish I could, race here more often, but hey, look, Saturday nights it's kind of tough. We got dinner dates, this, that, the other thing, vacations. So when I can make it, I make it. When I do, I try to make the best of it. But thanks for putting on calling a good race, guys, and I'll see you guys next week.
Cool.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Come back, see if you can get yourself another podium finish up. Congratulations.
Or sabotage that 17.
I hear you. Thanks, guys.
All right, have a good one.
Good night. Yep.
Yeah, how dare McClure knock his teammate out of his pit stall?
Yeah, I know. I tell you. Having air to ground, you got Rod and Blaine in the booth. You got a copy.
You got a copy, hey guys.
Hey, so I had you picked as the winner tonight with the right strategy. So I wasn't too far off.
Wow, I'm surprised about that.
Well, it was, we were keeping track of when people were pitting, and we knew it was going to be close. We don't have all of the information, being that we know that you guys can go anywhere from probably 19 to 20 laps, 18 if you're the leader out front pushing all the air. So what we don't know what you guys are doing for fuel savings and stuff like that, but we knew it was going to be close. And as it kind of come out into play, I knew that you, Cody Lamas, and Javier Negron, and Ulysses Sandoval, you guys were the last ones to pit. So my question would be basically is, were you getting low on fuel pressure, or were you still great?
Once we left the last pit stop, I think it was like less than 17 maybe, or whatever it was. When we got out the pits, we were one under. So Ulysses, the Pied Piper, decides to just save fuel in the back and conserve, because he was saying that a lot of other cars in front of us were going to be short, so it was conserving gas. Then me, Cody, and Ulysses was just staying in the back saving gas. And once we got one over, that's when we made the move to the outside, and it didn't work as great as we thought. So then we lost Ulysses out there for a while. So then we ended up making the move towards the end, and hopefully that people that was up front, ran out of gas.
Yeah, because I saw Cody kind of pull up to the third groove. Ulysses Sandoval was right with him. You were a couple back behind them, still on the outside groove. That's why I kind of had you pegged to possibly win, because I knew you guys were going to be close. I just didn't know how close. So I thought Cody getting out front, like that, I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off, or be able to make it. Even you, man, was, right there pushing with him, and you were kind of hanging back a little bit more. So, I mean, to me, it looked like you were saving a little bit more fuel. And as they started to drop, I was like, oh, maybe I'm right. But, obviously you guys that know more about the fuel mileage than I do, and Cody pulled the trigger at the right time.
I got to give credit for number 6 helping me out, because during the race I had damage to my right side against the wall, so my car wasn't that great. So when we made that move to the third lane with Ulysses and Cody, I just couldn't hold the draft with them. So thankfully the number 6 came by and helped me catch back up.
That's awesome. Blaine, do you have a question for Javier?
Well, that's a cool story. So the 6 was able to help you, keep your speed up and not get left behind.
Yeah, if he wasn't there, I would have lost the draft and then went back again. He's the one that helped me keep up the pace with Ulysses and Cody.
That's got to be nerve-wracking too, coming down to the last few laps, knowing that you can make it, but then watching these other guys not go to the pits, going, okay, now you're not only concentrating on making the right move, but if you go with the wrong guy and that guy runs out of fuel, he's taking you out with him,
Oh yeah, that's why we were trying to say just stay in the middle lane in case something happens. And we were just relying on Cody, since he was the leader of us in front of us. So we went, we gave him the go ahead when he was ready, because we was ready to go. So I was behind Nate Balzer. Nate Balzer went down and we lost the draft a little bit, but lucky for that we had Dante Ricky move up for a while. Then he went down low. That lost a little bit more momentum, but luckily we were able to finish it off. Good.
That's awesome. I'm glad to see that you get up there to top finish. And you didn't have a sun drop car though.
No, I noticed that a lot of people are with the sun drop, so I just came up with something different.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we always known you as the sun drop car, so I mean, I know there's a, Breedlove's got one out there as well, so I can understand that you changed it up, but I had to give you a hard time about that. So.
Oh yeah, I tried to change it up in a while, but I think I'll be staying with the HP car for a while.
Cool. All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to give you a chance to, thank anybody that you want to thank for, getting you here or whatnot. So the floor is yours.
I'd like to thank Ulysses Sandoval, Corey Damas, Dante Ricky, and I'd like to thank my wife for letting me race tonight. And thanks to y'all for putting it on.
Right, there you go. Javier Negron finishing in the second place tonight. And we'll get that other guy up here, but good job, and we'll hopefully you're gonna be here next week.
Yeah, but yep.
All right, awesome. Well, let's talk to you then. Congrats.
All right, guys.
Awesome race, dude. Have a good night.
So that's.
Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong guy. All right. All right, Cody. You got Rod, Blaine, and Booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I'm here this time. I'm here this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we noticed.
You win. So, I kind of out of that near the end of that. We were we were up here crunching numbers, trying to figure out who could go, who couldn't go. I know that you, Melissa Sandoval, and Javier Negron pitted later than everybody else. So we were watching you a little bit, and we learned, Javier, that you guys were a little short, but you kind of started saving, and then when you got ready, and you pulled the trigger and you went to the high side. I was telling Blaine that if you watch the broadcast, I don't think that was a smart move, because I figured you were going to be close. You know what I mean? But I didn't know how close. We don't have them numbers, and but you guys were able to stay together. You missed all of the kind of the chaos of people running out of gas around you, and you come through with the win.
Yeah. God, I never trust fuel. Honestly, like we were, like Javier said, we were pretty. I think we were. It was like a lap or so, maybe a lap and a half, and then luckily once we picked up with the pack, Dante and kind of everybody around us was really saving, so it was pretty easy to kind of just run around in 190. But I got everybody around me lifting and clutching, and I'm here on keyboard lane, and I have to just tap and make sure do my taps correctly on the keyboard. And it was I mean, it just worked out, right? All the pitting, all the times hanging in the back, pitting under all these yellows, and at the end of the day, it finally worked out. And I'm still kind of shocked. I don't really know what to say, because these guys are good, man, and it's an honor to get one of these. That's definitely for sure. It's gonna go up there on my list.
So when you're talking keyboard, so you're not racing with a wheel, you're racing with a keyboard.
I've been keyboard since day one.
Yeah, I forget that you run a keyboard, man, because you're flawless with that thing.
I take that as an honor, right? Most people.
I'm telling you what,
I'm surprised by it still.
I have seen, leagues where people run keyboard, and you can visually see it. I would never ever guess that you were running a keyboard as smooth as you are with that.
Well, and it's the settings too, because you got those dampening settings. Like, you really got in there and tweaked it.
Yeah, I have to give the credit basically because to one of my friends, DJ Curtis. He was the OG keyboard guy when I first joined, and I kind of went with him and kind of helped me out, and I was able to just find really good settings. Because it's not, it's not all about, people think that's about you just throw on 100% assist or something and you have a smooth ride, but it takes a lot to get it right and to just do it right. And
so, I got a question. Curiosity is going to get the best of me.
Go ahead.
Ken Roberts ain't going to like this because I'm going to bring up a track that everybody hates that I talk about. You can do that at Talladega. How would that work at like Martinsville? Does it still work good?
Well, I mean, for me personally, it really depends on the short track. It's tough because sometimes a lot of setups aren't brake friendly.
Okay.
Run like ABS or something, and then that comes out with a whole another can of worms. You can't really slow down perfectly.
Yep.
But, I know a few keyboarders who still can master that, like road courses. I know DJ again, my old friend. He's really good at road courses on keyboard. I'm just shocked by that. And short tracks, I mean, it's just one of them things. It really depends on the short track, but mostly that just comes down to braking at the end of the day.
It just struck my interest on that. That's why I had to ask. It was just kind of odd that you would never know. You're so smooth with that, but that's pretty cool.
There's advanced settings too, right? Like input momentum, I think, is a setting that we would never use with a steering wheel. But input momentum would say, okay, this button press isn't going to be instantaneously 100%. It's going to be like you can control that gradual push.
Yeah,
and then that would have to be adapted for what style of track you're running too.
Yeah, I can say I pretty much run the whole same settings at every track. But like when I first came back to RTG, it was a lot of learning and anticipating, because you got to really anticipate your corners, especially like off of turn 2 with the push up. You got to turn in a little earlier and just kind of predict it, because you'll slide up a lot very easily. So as long as you're able to predict kind of what the car is going to do, and usually you can get off pretty clean and smooth.
That's absolutely crazy. So I did do one thing. I said that I probably would do all night, and I didn't do it. It was call you Alex Mo, because you were out there driving that 48, and I last
Hangs in the back.
I called you not Alex Mo. That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, the last week you brought that car out, and I was like, oh, and Alex Mo, and I'm like, oh no, wait a minute, no, that's Cody Lamas. Alex Mo always is in the Lowe's, 48 Chevrolet, and I'm like. So I ended up not doing it tonight. So I was pretty proud of myself with that. But
yeah, I have a lot of respect for Mo. I've raced with him a lot in Maverick. I've had the 48. He's got the 48 a couple times. It's just one of them things. But at the end of the day, I just always like hanging in the back. I like doing that thing, and I know he does too all the time. And sometimes it works out. I think it's worked out a good couple times on these broadcasts, I think, in Maverick and here, a couple other ones. So we'll just keep doing it. And, there's a science to it. You got to know who you're around, and as you see, because a lot of people sometimes just plow into you and destroy you. And then it's just like, what's the point if you're hanging in the back?
So you've missed one race this season, currently 29th in points. You haven't had a stellar season over here yet. You know what I mean? You've had good races, good runs. Obviously tonight, the win, that's going to be a big help. You're going to try to make the last 4 races and see how high you climb up on the points?
Pretty sure my hockey schedule's free. If it's free, you know the answer. If it's free, I'm here.
Yep.
And we've been getting pretty lucky over on Thursdays, and we've been getting pretty lucky on the Olympics. It's also nice that the schedule is very road heavy the last half of the year. But we'll be around. We'll be there. If it's got 4 wheels and I'm able to run it, I'll be here.
Cool. Blaine, do you have a question for Cody?
Just a comment. That's something that Rodney Sullins was putting together a group, like an image to kind of display all the different painters, and I loved that your painting logo is a silhouette of a llama. I just thought that was so funny, because obviously your last name is the plural of llama. So
yeah, I like just to do it for fun. A lot of people do it for some invest. No, I'm not saying a lot of people, but a lot of people like to do it for the investment. And it's just a fun little thing that I was like, well, if I'm going to start doing, once I started doing iRacing paint schemes and stuff, I was like, well, I'll just try it out. And a funny backstory to that is I used to have a GTA furnishing company, and I called it Llama Furnishing. So I was able to, I just redid that logo, and I put the Llama Designs.
Oh, cool.
And,
okay.
I thought it was a little catchy play on words. It's fun, right?
That's
you gotta
cool.
Get your personality when you make a design logo like that.
When I saw the llama head silhouette, I'm like, wow, that's Cody Lamas. That's cool. Did you paint the one that you're driving tonight? Because there's so many base paints for that Jimmy Johnson Lowe's car.
Yeah, I've had this a long time. This car. This is probably one of my favorite Jimmy schemes that I've done, because I feel like I really matched the blue perfectly. And on a lot of my Lowe's schemes, it's just so hard to get like that perfect blue. In this car, once I saw that the 19 mod was coming back out, I'm like, I have to bring this out, and I'm not allowed to bring the yellow car out anymore because it's bad luck according to everybody. So it's got to be this Lowe's car this time.
So you joke around, but yours is a llama. Mine is a mouse in a martini glass. That's my little thing that if I paint a car, it's on there somewhere.
Yeah, it's funny because I tend to always forget to put it on the car, because there's just some people who just like plaster it on the side of the car they painted. I'm just like, I'll take a little logo somewhere on the car.
Subtle.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like flashy about it.
Yeah, because your name being Rodney is the rodent, right? That's the play on that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Rodney Rodent.
Oh, I used to race real cars, and back in the day, and they asked me one time, they brought me up to do questions in the thing, and the guy asked me, everybody always asks, why do they call you a rodent? And I said, well, a rodent is a sneaky, conniving little animal. I think it fits. If you'd ever seen me drive a race car, you'd understand.
And your name is almost spelt the same too, so why not just change a couple letters, right?
Absolutely. I actually got the nickname by a girl I was dating. Her dad used to work on my carburetor, and he needed a screwdriver, and he just turned around and said, "Hey, Roden, give me a screwdriver." And that stuck. I've been called that ever since.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good story there. You can't go wrong with that.
Nope. All right, Cody. Well, we're going to give you a chance to thank anybody that you want to thank, my friend. The floor is yours.
Well, I like to thank Javier and Ulysses. Usually I'm just I just chill on my own and do my own thing, but that time it all worked out. They played it pretty well. We did it pretty good, I say. It ended up working out. I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting. I can finally say I'm here. I didn't leave this time. Feels good to get out of that embarrassing moment. And but all fun and day at the end of the day. And ready to do it again.
There you go. Winner tonight, Cody Lamas. Hopefully we'll see him next week back in another podium finish. We know we'll see him on Tuesdays coming in March for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cody. Congratulations, man. What an awesome run, dude. Like that call that he made and found his way through lap traffic and cars that were running out of gas. It's like, that's awesome.
I honestly thought he started going just a little bit too early.
Yeah, we were wondering. Yeah,
I was wrong, but I just thought I had that thought in my head that he pulled the trigger too soon. And wasn't going to do it, but as we heard from Javier Negron, who was him and Ulysses Sandoval were all working together, and they surprised us, and he came out with a win. And like we said, U-Man was in the same boat, just at that latter part when everybody started running out of fuel, and they had to make decisions and quick decisions to get around, and all these other cars. And unfortunately for Javier, he kind of got left out of that.
Oh, we lost you.
No, you didn't. I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I thought you were in the middle of a sentence and it cut you off. But I like that little comment that he made too, that he actually hung around to the end of the race.
Yeah.
Because if you remember last week, Rodney pitted, Cody followed him. There was still one lap to go. Cody actually pitted and quit. It was like, wait, what? He was going to get third, I think. He was going to get a podium finish. And it's just like, I didn't know there was one. That's lap 65, man. You got to finish lap 66. But,
they all pulled a Mark Martin.
Yeah. I thought the race was done. Nope.
Yeah, I thought the race was over, and then they realized afterwards, oh crap, we had one more lap to go.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was a great finish, man, especially after last week's caution fest. It's awesome to see it come down to a fuel under green. I mean, it was yellow, but they already had the white flag, so it was a green flag finish as far as I'm concerned. But great race. Thanks to Bryant Motorsports Auto Sales for sponsoring the thing, Fluid Studios as well. Of course, everybody involved in the race, all the drivers, there's 30, I think we said there was 33 or something, 30 total? Yeah, 30 total today that showed up again, almost a full field. Great. Everybody watching on YouTube. Dale Shalinski now knows he can call for tow truck. It was a great night.
Great night of racing, and we didn't have the wreck fest we had last week. We did have some wrecks, but unfortunately that happened. But no, it was a really good night of racing. We saw some green flag pit stops, some really, really good strategy, and that makes for a great race. It's good strategy that pays off.
Yeah, I mean, I was just telling my dog not to scratch the carpet again. She starts scratching. I don't know why. She's got the big comfortable bed she can lay in, and then she goes over there and starts scratching at the corner. But yeah, what a great race. And it was nice to see Brian Wolf get out there too. We didn't think Wolf was going to make it tonight. As you can see, he wasn't able to make it up in the booth, and he wasn't even sure he was going to be able to race. But I guess at the last second, he was able to put the wheel on the desk and get that going. So hopefully, I believe that by the end of race 10, David Chin will finish one race this season.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, we're pulling for you, David.
The guy is just had nothing but bad luck. I mean, no matter what. I mean, I bet you he could stay in the pits, not start the race, and then, run a lap down away from everybody, and I think a meteorite would come down and hit him and knock him out of the race.
It would be that thing where like he had a power outage on the last lap, like at his house, like his modem caught fire. It would just be some crazy thing that, you know, the wife was bringing him a bowl of cereal and then like spilled the milk all inside the computer or something. Like, it's just who had the milk incident? I think it was Michael Norman at an RTG broadcast. He just went offline. I said, Seth and I just finished the race. And then like an hour after the race was done, he came back on and like he spilled his cereal or he was eating milk and cookies and he spilled the glass of milk like in his computer. It didn't wreck anything, but he goes, it was close, man. So I pulled the plug out of the wall as fast as he could. So just in case there was an issue, it wasn't going to cook it. But
I think the best one like that I've ever had is my old apartment, and I was sitting there racing, you know, obviously at night, and I'm sitting there just racing along, and all of a sudden it's just loud, you know, kaboom, and then just dark.
Wow.
I'm sitting there in the chair going, holding the steering wheel going,
guess the race is over.
I guess I'm not racing anymore. Go find some candles, you know, light them up, get some light, you know, it's funny.
Wow. But as you can see from the schedule on the screen there, join us here again tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock, Daytona International Speedway over at SMO Gaming Simulations. The start of their 2026 season kicks off tomorrow, and we will be broadcasting the season opener. So that's a lot of fun. And of course, Thursday, we're back after an off week at RTG with the Talladega Challenge. Back here next Saturday with race number 7. And then that following Monday, I forgot to put it on the schedule, but we're back at Open Speedway for the end of the month February championship race, because they do a double header, and it's going to be at Blue Ridge. Yeah, Blue Ridge Superspeedway, 2 miles long.
And there's 2 tracks.
Daytona, okay. Yep, Daytona at night and Blue Ridge, so a couple of monster tracks. Blue Ridge being a fictional one, I'm pretty sure.
And of course, if you're going to see us being silly stupid, come watch us on Monday Night Playing RV there yet.
Yeah,
TARNATION TV Turbo.
Yes, the 16th will be TARNATION TV Turbo with RV there yet, and then the 23rd is that's what it is. 23rd is the Open Speedway, last Monday of the month. So, but as always, thanks everybody for watching. Did you have any closing thoughts, Sir Weston?
No, just I'm glad I had a good race tonight. Looking forward to tomorrow night at SMO, and we'll be here tomorrow. And hopefully, we'll have a good race to call.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you, Rod.
No problem.
Thank you, ASR. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to all the drivers. Of course, thank you to, Bryant Motorsports, Auto Sales, Fluid Studios. Thanks to Katarina Balzer for driving the pace car like a shot out of a cannon a couple times. Mm-hmm. You want to know how to get to 180 mile an hour, follow the pace car. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.
Can't let her go. My memory's like a ball and chain. Yes, it is. Ball and chain.